In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the rear inner fender liner on a Jeep Renegade. Remove the tire, and it is a 17mm socket. And these are like studs, not lug nuts. So be careful on the last one. See how they're formed? I'm going to end up leaving one in. And then now my hands are free. And I'm going to just back it off a little bit. Make sure that this will break free from the hub. And there we go. Now support it. Take it out. So to take this fender liner off, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a 10mm socket or wrench, and a pair of like pinch nose like trim tools. But we're going to start from the rear and work our way around. And right down here below is a 10mm head screw. Take that out. Now we can move around the inner fender. Take a pair of plastic pinchers and pull this plastic piece out. Move down to the next one. Looks like there's 3 of these. And one more. And grab that Phillips again. Now we'll grab our 10mm socket. I'll start here. One last one. So I see 4 total of the 10mm plastic socket. All right, now we're going to grab that fender well and just pull. Bring the fender liner back up. Make sure you get it behind all the flares, the outside flare. I'm going to line the inside up first. Make sure I get it behind the flare. There's one. Make sure you bring it around. Get it in there. Let's bring it around here first. Next. Get that stud on over here lined up. There's also a stud down below here. Oh, there it is in the front. Let's see if we can find this one. Right there. There we go. 1, 2. And then there's one in here. Last one to line up. Perfect. So now I have the plastic nuts that are a 10mm socket. And I'm going to just start them by hand. Go all the way around. You'll see that pre-marking, like where it's sat for a long time. Try to line that up. Get my 10mm socket. Try to line it up with that. And then there's one right down here. And then our last plastic nut right there. Actually pulled everything together nicely in there. So now we can get our plastic push pins. There's 3 of them. Line them up. I'm just going to put the base part of them in first, then I'll put the centers in. That expands them. And now we've got our Phillips head screws. So I'm going to get the screw from below first. Last one. Now, before I put the tire on, I want to give you a quick tech tip, and that is these backing plates. Whenever you're working in the fender well on something, you have a tendency to push on them and pry. So before you put the tire on, give it a good little push back and make sure they're not hitting that rotor. If you have freedom to spin it, make sure there's no metal sound, and then you won't hear that noise after. You should be good to go. Now we're going to mount the tire. There we go. Grab one of those studs, start it by hand. Then I'm going to take my 17 millimeter in a crisscross or star pattern. I'm going to just snug them up before I torque them. Now I'm going to lower it and torque it to factory specs. Now with the 17 millimeter socket, I'm going to torque my wheels to 89 foot-pounds in a star pattern. Double check. Now take it for a road test. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.